It's definitely understandable that any dream involving Nicolas Cage is a nightmare. Dream Scenario, released in 2023 and is directed by Christopher Borgli, who's also directed such films like Drib and Sick of Myself. And this movie, of course, is starring Nicolas Cage, Julianne Nicholson, Michael Cera, Tim Meadows, Dylan Jalula, and Dylan Baker. Paul Matthews is a biology professor who always dreams about being famous, but never does anything to step in the right direction of doing so. Well, suddenly Paul starts appearing in random people's dreams, and I mean everyone in the bloody world. And Paul sees this as an opportunity to gain some celebrity status that he could use to potentially one day become famous for his field of study. But what he doesn't realize is that people can be a very fickle thing, because when he starts attacking people in their dreams, everyone starts to turn on him and cancel him. This film is a brilliant, wonderful commentary on the idea of celebrity. What is celebrity? How celebrity is gained and obtained. It's about what you do with celebrity and how people react and treat you as a celebrity. But it's also a commentary on cancel culture. And if that celebrity who has gained all of this fame and notoriety does one thing inexplicably wrong that maybe they had no control over, the world, our society, will immediately cancel you. This movie is one of the most brilliant films of the year. This man, who is this lowly, introverted biology professor who is not taking any steps to progress himself in his career or becoming famous, he keeps talking about how he's going to be writing this book about whatever he's been studying. And all of his friends, people that he's done research with, have gone on to capitalize on their research, or maybe use a couple of things with his research and used it for them. He's just kind of sat in the background, not doing anything, but still wanting to one day get that celebrity, even though he says he doesn't want the celebrity status, he doesn't want the fame and fortune. You can tell he absolutely does. And I think that's how all of us are. Those of us who say like, nah, I don't really want to be famous. I don't want people to know my name. If you had just like a couple of hours of fame where everyone just started praising you and taking a look at you and like cheering you on and saying they want a picture with you, I think you would like it. Honestly, I think you would like it. But there is a saying from my favorite film of all time, The Dark Knight: you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And when it comes to the idea of an overnight success or this overnight celebrity status that some people gain, especially with the rise of social media, platforms like TikTok and Twitter and Instagram, you can become famous overnight if you have the right marketing manager, if you do certain things online that catches people's eye, if you look pretty enough. But once you gain that overnight celebrity status, you better be good and you better stay in the positive spotlight, because if you do one thing wrong, everyone in the world, especially in the last couple of years, they will end you and they will cancel you. You will never be able to eat in public again because everyone in the world would hate you. This film is absolutely brilliant. As the story went along and you see Nicolas Cage's character go from being popular to being absolutely despised and hated to the point where he can't even eat and read a book in a restaurant. Just reading a book, he's not doing anything. It brought me back to thinking of all the celebrities over the last like 10 years with the rise of social media that I've thought, oh yeah, that person was popular for like 5 minutes and then they did something or they posted something or they said something and then everyone was like, yeah, no, we don't do that one. Or maybe they got in an argument with another social media streamer and everyone took their side and not theirs. Yeah. There were so many people that I was thinking about during this movie. And I think it helps making this a dark comedy by putting Nicolas Cage in there. He is one of the most self-aware actors, I think, in the modern era. He has to know that he gives a lot of campy performance. The nuances and characteristics that he puts towards Paul in this film or he starts doing them. It reminded me a lot of his character from Kick-Ass, where he's like, oh, baby doll, honey, did you have a dream about me? Well, was I doing anything? I mean, something bad was happening to you, but I was just standing there? Oh, come on, sugar bum. You know I would never do anything to harm you. Character choices that are very strange, but I will say this about Nicolas Cage. Even if you don't like his acting or you think he can't act, he can. Because he is very consistent. He will pick some type of characteristic or nuance that may be out of this world or just something that no one would have thought about, and he sticks with it. The cadences of his speech, the inflection that he has with several lines and how he says certain words, It is consistent throughout this entire movie. He gives a great, weird-ass performance here. And it's a black comedy film, so of course it's definitely produced by A24, and they have a system that works at that studio. They take all of these weird-ass scripts that would definitely not be accepted anywhere else with like the major players in the studio world. They maybe hire one or two really big actors, and then everyone else are basically unknown. They give them a very tiny budget, they crank out a film, and it's an immediate success because it just does great opening weekend and it's made its money back. So A24, you're doing a great job. Hopefully the idea of celebrity and the idea of fame doesn't get to your head to where you as a movie studio doesn't get too big to the point where some people start turning against you. Because this film proves that fans, audiences are very fickle. We live in a very what have you done for me lately society. You can give me the most amazing film I have ever watched as a film studio, and 2 minutes later you're like, God, that was freaking great. Okay, what am I watching next? What else do you have for me? What, you don't have anything else for me? God, this studio sucks. Case in point, look at the MCU right now. All of the Marvel films that came out in phase 1 through 3, everyone loved them. And here we are in phase 4, they're taking chances, they're trying something new. And a lot of the audiences now, a lot of the vocal audiences, I should say, are like, no, these things are stupid. This is not what we were getting before. This is different. I don't like it. This is stupid. You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. This movie is brilliant. Its commentary on celebrity and cancel culture is absolutely brilliant. One of the best of the year, and you should definitely check it out. I'm gonna give Dream Scenario 4.5 out of 5 Blu-rays.
It's good. It's good.
So guys, if you've seen Dream Scenario, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across because of this video, then comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell so the next time I'm releasing next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.